All right, let's be honest. Most people stay broke forever. Not because they're stupid, not because they're lazy, but because they follow rules that were never meant to help them win. I was one of them, until I started doing things differently. And in this video, I'm going to tell you exactly what I changed. Number one, most people trade time for money forever. This was me too. Working harder, longer, thinking hustle, march success. But here's the truth. If you only earn when you're physically working, you're trapped. No matter how high your salary goes, you're still renting your life out by the hour. Imagine earning $100,000 a year, right? Seems insane. But if you spend 40 hours a week working, that's $25 an hour. You're trading your time for money at a terrible exchange rate. What I did differently? I built digital leverage. Leverage allows you to earn without trading hours. It gives you control over your time. I took my skills and created assets that bring in revenue even when I sleep. Digital assets are super accessible. Create a course, sell Notion templates, design website themes, write ebooks, build apps, make music, start a channel. The internet is full of opportunities to monetize your knowledge or creativity. I started with this channel and I learned video editing and social media marketing and eventually turned it into a business. When I was creating content, I was earning. And even when I wasn't, the videos kept bringing in views and revenue. Now I can earn even when I sleep. That's not rich, that's free. Number two, most people copy broke people. We grow up learning about money from people who are stressed about money. Save what's left. Money doesn't grow on trees. Just get a good job and be safe. I copied that mindset for years. It's like taking relationship advice from a broken heart. What I did differently, I started copying people who were actually free. People who built businesses, invested early, lived below their means. Their actions spoke louder than any financial advice. Following broke people is like staying on the same team. Following rich people is where the magic happens. Follow those who inspire you to level up and then mimic their moves. Adapt their strategies to your style. You'll learn more from their actions than from their advice. You can find these people online. Look for creators and influencers who share your values and financial goals. But remember, they're human too. So don't copy every decision blindly. Instead, analyze and choose what aligns with your journey. 3. Most people wait for permission. They wait for the right time. They wait until they're ready. They wait until someone tells them it's okay to start. But that day never comes. Waiting for a sign is like waiting for a bus that may never arrive. The best time to start was yesterday. The second best time is now. What I did differently? I stopped waiting. I made messy moves. I launched offers before I felt qualified. And I learned more from doing than I ever did from watching. If you're struggling with feeling ready, here's a challenge. Start a project today and commit to working on it for just 30 days. See how far you can go in a month. You'll gain confidence and skills that you can't learn sitting on the sidelines. Don't let the fear of not being ready stop you from taking action. Remember, it's not about being perfect. It's about moving forward. Number 4, most people fear losing more than they love winning. That's why they never invest. That's why they don't start businesses. That's why they never take risks. They're terrified of failing. But here's the hard truth. Playing it safe is the most dangerous move now. Inflation is stealing your money. AI is shifting industries. Security is an illusion. What I did differently? I accepted that losing small now is better than losing big later. Losing small means risking time, energy, or money on a new skill, a side hustle, or a small investment. Losing big is staying stuck for another year, another 5 years, another decade. It's letting inflation erode your savings or watching others succeed while you hold back. It's missing out on opportunities because of fear. You can calculate the risk of losing small. You can't predict the cost of losing big. The choice is yours. But remember, The biggest risk is often not taking any risk at all. No. 5. Most people buy feelings, not value. They buy to impress, to escape, to reward themselves. New phone, new clothes, new car, all feelings. And then they're broke again. What I did differently? I stopped buying stuff and started buying freedom. Every time I wanted something dumb, I asked, would I rather flex now or be free sooner? Freedom won almost every time. Buying the latest tech or designer wear might feel good momentarily, but is it worth sacrificing weeks or months of your freedom? I used to struggle with this a lot. I loved the feeling of getting a new gadget or a fancy item. But then I realized that these feelings were fleeting. They lasted a few days or weeks, and then I craved something new. I asked myself, is this worth sacrificing my long-term financial freedom for? And that's when I started prioritizing experiences over material possessions. Traveling, trying new hobbies, or spending quality time with loved ones created lasting memories and personal growth without the baggage of owning stuff. I also started focusing on investing in myself through education, courses, and mentorship. These investments paid off in the long run by increasing my earning potential and opening up new opportunities. 6. Most people think small because everyone around them thinks small. They think making $5K a month is good. They think having debt is normal. They think buying a house is the dream. And because of that, they never question anything. What I did differently? I asked bigger questions. How can I make $5K a week instead of a month? What if I don't want a house? I want mobility. What if freedom means not owning anything? The moment I shifted my thinking, everything changed. Thinking small keeps you trapped in the same financial reality, but thinking big opens up a world of possibilities and potential. When you think small, your actions shrink. You won't take bold risks or dream up audacious plans. But when you dare to think big, you unlock new levels of ambition, creativity, and drive. It's like zooming out the camera on your life. Thinking small zooms you into a tight space where it's hard to breathe and grow. Thinking big lets you see the expansive landscape of opportunities awaiting you. It gives you permission to explore uncharted territories, connect the dots in your life, and chart your own course toward prosperity. Number 7. Most people consume. I chose to create. Let's be real. 99% of people are just scrolling, watching, liking. They consume content every day and wonder why they feel stuck. What I did differently? I flipped the script. I became a creator. I posted, I documented, I sold. Even if it wasn't perfect, I showed up. And that gave me visibility, connections, and eventually income. When you create, you're planting seeds. You're putting your unique perspective and effort into the world. Those seeds can grow into valuable connections, opportunities, and revenue streams that enrich your life and help you break free from the cycle of consumption. No, 8. Most people never measure anything. They don't track what they earn. They don't know where their money goes. They can't tell you what they spent last week. If you don't measure, you can't manage. Period. What I did differently? I tracked everything. Income, expenses, savings rate, business KPIs. Because when you measure it, you control it. The numbers don't lie. Tracking reveals the truth about your finances. It exposes wasteful spending, income leaks, and areas for improvement. Armed with this knowledge, you can make data-driven decisions, cut unnecessary expenses, and redirect that money toward your financial goals. Number 9. Most people live like they'll never die. They waste years. They live for the weekend. They act like they have forever to figure things out. But life's short. And money takes time to compound. What I did differently? I moved like I was in a rush, not desperate, driven. I made sacrifices now so I could chill later. I was okay being misunderstood. There's a quote that resonates with me. The best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is now. Don't wait another second. Plant the seeds of your future self and watch them grow into the life you desire. 10. Most people want to feel rich. I wanted to be rich. There's a big difference. Feeling rich, new clothes, shiny car, big apartment. Being rich, peace, time, choices. Most people chase the feeling and stay broke. What I did differently, I sacrificed the feeling so I could earn the freedom. Listen, true wealth isn't about impressing others or keeping up with the Joneses. It's about living life on your own terms, having the freedom to pursue your passions and the security to handle whatever life throws your way. Look, breaking free from the crowd requires a shift in perspective, a change in approach. You have to embrace discomfort, question the status quo, and be willing to forge your own path. You can't follow the same rules as everyone else and expect to achieve extraordinary results. Remember, the road less traveled may be bumpy, but it's also where you'll find the rewards that await those who dare to be different. Share your insights and experiences to help others who are just starting out.